Hello medicos. Today I will discuss about the types of anemia part 2. I already discussed types of anemia part 1. In those video I already discussed sickle cell anemia, iron deficiency anemia and folic acid deficiency anemia. If you didn't watch, then go and watch the previous video types of anemia part 1. In this video I will discuss about the pernicious anemia, sideroblastic anemia and the anemia of the chronic disease. These three type of anemia, their causes, symptoms, and also I will discuss about the investigation of this and also histopathology, what you will see in the histopathology of the this type of anemia, and also the treatment of all these type of anemia and what is the difference between these all and previous type of the anemia which I discussed in the previous video. So please focus those I will discuss and which I will write in the video. So you will be understand everything. So let's start the video. First is the pernicious anemia. Why it's called pernicious anemia? Because pernicious means deadly, means it causes also the death of the patient. When it causes death, pernicious means deadly, so it causes death of patient. You all know there are two types of mostly pernicious type of anemia: mild and severe type of pernicious anemia. Mild type of pernicious anemia is cured by the medicine like supplement of the vitamin B12 or injection of cyanocobalamin or cobalamin. But in the severe cases, when patient has severe cases, so at that time neurological symptoms appear like peripheral neuropathy, damage of the nerve cell, so it can't be curable, means not cured. After sometimes patient causes the death of the patient due to the neurological death occur or neurological symptom due to large amount of nerve cell destruction causes the death of the patient. So it's also called deadly disease when the disease become the severe. So it's called pernicious type of the anemia. Failure to absorb vitamin B12 because of deficiency of intrinsic factor. You all know because intrinsic factor are very important like Castile intrinsic factor important for absorption of vitamin B12. If it is deficient, then vitamin B12 not absorbed in our body, so it causes the pernicious type of the anemia. And this vitamin, it is also called autoimmune disease. So it is a autoimmune type of disease, pernicious anemia, autoimmune disease. So it causes the death of patient when deadly when severe condition occur. RBC become abnormal due to improper DNA synthesis, because improper DNA synthesis also causes the pernicious anemia. So RBC shape also changes. It's called megaloblastic or macrocytic anemia, because in this pernicious type of anemia you will see the shape of RBC become larger than the normal. This is the normal shape of RBC, but in case of the pernicious anemia, increase of the size of RBC called megaloblastic or macrocytic anemia. I already uploaded the 1 minute video of the difference between normocytic, macrocytic and microcytic anemia, and also I gave the mnemonics to learn all types of anemia: normocytic, macrocytic and macrocytic. So please watch this video, only 1 minute video, then you will be learn all type of anemia only in 1 minute: macrocytic and microcytic and normocytic type of the anemia. This is causes of the pernicious anemia. Which causes the pernicious, like gastritis, genetic mutation. I already said DNA synthesis abnormality. So genetic mutation also causes the pernicious anemia. Infection of the bacteria, stomach cancer, or diet like dairy. When a person didn't take any dairy product also causes the pernicious, or vitamin B12 deficiency. Overgrowth of GIT bacteria like many staphylococcus, streptococcus bacteria living in our stomach or intestine, which helpful in the digestion of foods. But when overgrowth of these bacteria occur also causes the vitamin B12 deficiency or pernicious type of anemia. And vegan diet, those person who didn't take any meat or any dietary product, then it's called vegan diet, only the green vegetables, so it's also causes the pernicious type of anemia, those person. This is the causes of pernicious anemia. What is the symptoms appear in the pernicious anemia patient? In the pernicious anemia patient, tiredness, you will see the tiredness, weakness, shortness of breathing, pale skin, pancytopenia, also basophilic steeping, platelet size also decreases in this, and also number of platelets in the patient also decreases as compared to the normal, like 150 to 350 lakh. So its count decreases. Also RBC, WBC and platelet, all three counts are decreases in the patient of pernicious type of anemia. Also myelin synthesis decreases. Synthesis of myelin decreases because I already said about that severe condition cases neurological symptoms appear, and also mild cases also neurological symptom appear, but not very severe form. So it's jaundice, peripheral neuropathy and macroovalocytosis. Please learn this: peripheral neuropathy or myelin synthesis decreases means neurological symptom. I already discussed in the previous video. In folic acid deficiency anemia, there is no symptoms of neurological symptom, but in the pernicious anemia, it's a neurological symptom appear. In previous video I already said about in the folic acid deficiency anemia no neurological symptom appear, but in case of pernicious anemia neurological symptoms appear. So peripheral neuropathy or neurological damage occur in the pernicious type of the anemia. This is the main symptoms of the pernicious type of the anemia. For investigation, what we take for investigation of the pernicious type of the anemia? For investigation we will take blood. When we will take blood for the investigation, then you will see RBC count decreases, also WBC count decreases in the patient, and platelets also decreases. All three decreases. Hemoglobin level also decreases as compared to the normal level. Low level of vitamin B12 in the blood due to the deficiency of vitamin B12, so vitamin B12 decreases, and also less intrinsic factor, Castile intrinsic factor also decreases in the blood. So this causes you will find in the investigation of the blood: decrease RBC, WBC, platelets, hemoglobin, low level vitamin B12 and also intrinsic factor are very less in the patient. But MCV, MCH and red cell distribution with increases in the patient of the pernicious type of anemia. Here you will see the investigation. RBC is the number of RBC decreases in the patient. Hematocrit value, hemoglobin, all are decreases as compared to the normal value. But MCB, MCH and red blood cell distribution with increases in the patient of the pernicious type of anemia. Here leukocyte and platelet also decreases, but other are mostly normal. So this is the investigation of the pernicious anemia patient. This, and also we will do sealing test. It is a normal test and old test. So now at the time many modern technology developed, so it is a not diagnostic test, it is only for screening type of say. So it is a not diagnostic test, you will not use for diagnosis because it's a old method. So if in exam he will ask, so please learn this. Sealing test are used for the pernicious type of anemia and used for causes of vitamin B12 deficiency. This is used for causes of vitamin B12 deficiency. For this test is used for causes of vitamin B12 deficiency, but not diagnostic method. It is only screening type of method for diagnosis. So sealing test, please learn this. This is used for the pernicious type of the anemia. This is the investigation of the pernicious type of anemia. What is the treatment? For treatment of the pernicious anemia, treatment vitamin B12 supplement we will give. For vitamin B12 supplement mostly we will give only oral form, but when patient has abnormality to absorb or if he will not able to take oral form, then also nasally or sublingually we will give. Nasally or sublingual form we will give. Sublingual form. So vitamin B12 supplement we will provide the patient of the pernicious type of anemia. Also we will give injection of cobalamin because I already said that intrinsic factor deficiency, due to the deficiency of cyanocobalamin also deficiency occur. So we will give the injection of cobalamin in the form of cyanocobalamin, hydroxycobalamin or also methylcobalamin. Any three form we will give any one. So injection of cobalamin we will give in the patient of pernicious type of the anemia. If this is the histopathology of pernicious type of anemia, you will see the abnormal shape of the RBC also appear in the pernicious type of the anemia. Here is the abnormal shape of the RBC in the pernicious type of anemia. This is all about pernicious anemia. Second is the sideroblastic anemia. Sideroblastic anemia problem mostly occur in the synthesis of heme. In this disease, heme synthesis abnormalities occur. So hemoglobin level also decreases in the sideroblastic type of anemia, and bone marrow produce ring sideroblast. Please learn this point. Ring sideroblast only appear in the sideroblastic type of anemia. Mostly sideroblast cell present in the bone marrow of normal cell. Only I said sideroblastic cell, not ring sideroblast. Ring sideroblast you will see in the sideroblastic anemia, and sideroblast, normal sideroblast, you will see in the normal person sideroblast cell in the bone marrow. So when you will see ring sideroblast in the question, then it is definitely sideroblastic type of anemia rather than healthy RBC. And iron are accumulate around the nucleus. Here you will see in the histopathology of the ring sideroblast, here you will see the dot line. This is the iron which are accumulate around the nucleus. So this is the appearance only appear you will see in the sideroblastic type of anemia. So this is the most characteristic feature of the sideroblastic type of anemia, and this is a microcytic anemia because shape of RBC decreases in the sideroblastic type of anemia. So size of RBC decreases than the normal RBC, so it is a called microcytic type of anemia. Causes mostly caused by the B6 deficiency, vitamin B6 deficiency, those person who take alcohol, and also copper deficiency patient, lead poisoning, myelodysplastic syndrome patient, and this is the acquired type of deficiency. You will see this is acquired by the patient, but enzyme defect, this is mostly occurs in the genetic abnormality. So these all are in upper side, these all are acquired type, these all are acquired type, but enzyme defect, this is a genetic. And mostly like you will see in case of the ataxia patient, it is a genetic abnormalities, myopathy patient, and also in case of the pancreatic insufficiency patient. So this is the genetic abnormalities from the birth side. So this is defect of the enzyme defect is a genetic abnormality, but vitamin B6 deficiency, alcohol intake, copper deficiency, lead poisoning, myelodysplastic syndrome, this is acquired by the patient. So this is the acquired type of the causes, and this is the genetic causes. What is the symptom you will see in the patient of the sideroblastic type of the anemia? In the patient of the sideroblastic type of anemia, you will see the skill paleness occur, enlarged spleen or liver, size of spleen and liver increases in the patient, fatigue, dizziness, also weakness you will see in the patient, heart disease also appear in the patient, and kidney failure. In the sideroblastic type of anemia, kidney failure also appear, you will see in the patient of sideroblastic type of anemia when it will be severe type. So this is the symptom mostly appear in the sideroblastic type of the anemia. Investigation. For investigation of sideroblastic anemia, we will first of bone marrow examination. In the bone marrow examination, you will see the bone marrow examination, like you will see the iron overload, because iron level increases in the patient. So iron overload you will see in the bone marrow examination. Also I already said about this is the characteristic feature ring sideroblast. So you will see only ring sideroblast you will see only in case of the sideroblastic anemia. So when you will see the ring sideroblast, then it is a abnormality. This abnormality occurred due to the sideroblastic type of anemia. Only sideroblast cell if written in question, it is normal cell present in the bone marrow. So ring sideroblast you will see in the patient of the due to the presence of, I will write, due to the presence of perinuclear. I already discussed in the upside characteristic perinuclear iron granule, because in this iron granules, like here you will see iron granules appear like periphery of the nucleus. So perinuclear iron granules you will see in the sideroblastic type of the anemia. In blood examination, when you will take blood for examination of the patient, then you will see the serum ferritin level in this patient, serum ferritin level increases, iron level also increases. I already told iron overload occurs, so iron level also increases, percentage transferrin saturation increases in the patient, increases. Total iron binding capacity also increases in this patient. Red cell distribution with decrease increases in the patient, and MCV value decreases in the patient of the sideroblastic type of anemia. Then here you will see this is the patient investigation of blood. Here you will see the WBC level decreases. WBC I will write WBC level decreases, RBC level also decreases, hemoglobin level also decreases. So in this patient WBC level, here you will see the very less amount of WBC. So WBC level decreases, and here RBC level also decreases and hemoglobin level also decreases in the patient. But mean corpuscular volume means MCV in the patient decreases compared to the normal patient. MCV level also decreases in the patient of the sideroblastic type of anemia. So this is the investigation of the sideroblastic type of anemia. Please learn, this is the investigation of the sideroblastic type of anemia, and this is the characteristic of ring sideroblast appear in the sideroblastic type of the anemia. What is the treatment? Treatment of the sideroblastic type of anemia is the vitamin B6 supplement, because this is mostly occur by the B6 deficiency. So vitamin B6 supplement with the isoniazid we will provide. This is also used for tuberculosis. So with isoniazid we will give the vitamin B6 supplement. Stop alcohol when patient, I already causes said in the causes alcohol intake. If patient take more alcohol in, if he take or she take, then stop the alcohol consumption. So stop alcohol of the patient. Also copper supplement, because I already told copper deficiency also causes the sideroblastic type of anemia. So copper supplement, when we will provide the copper supplement, then its anemia will be cured. So this is the treatment for the sideroblastic type of anemia. And also please learn this point, and this is very important characteristic of the sideroblastic type of anemia. Third is the anemia of the chronic disease, AOCD, anemia of chronic disease. Anemia of chronic disease seen in the chronic inflammation, chronic immune activation and malignancy disease. This is the causes of the mostly chronic inflammation causes the anemia of the chronic disease. And so it is a elevation of interleukin 6. Please learn this interleukin 6 elevation occur in the anemia of chronic disease, which stimulate the hepcidin production. So when you will see the blood smear of the patient, then you will see the hepcidin production level increases in the patient. So then it is a patient, it causes the anemia of the chronic disease. So it is a most characteristic hepcidin production increases in the patient of the anemia of chronic diseases. It may be normocytic or microcytic type of anemia. Maybe RBC is the normal shape, or sometimes RBC shape decreases. So it is sometimes it causes the normocytic appearance, and sometimes you will see the microcytic appearance. So both appearance occur in the anemia of chronic disease. Mostly anemia of chronic disease, this is common. Most thing are you will see in the patient of anemia of chronic disease and the iron deficiency anemia. Mostly both are mostly it is similar but not same. Mostly similar you will see in the patient, but I will explain what you will see the difference in the anemia of chronic disease patient, which you will not see in the anemia of iron deficiency. So this is the normocytic and macrocytic appearance also appear in the anemia of chronic disease patient. Causes like chronic inflammation, chronic inflammations and rheumatoid arthritis. This also causes the anemia of chronic disease. Chronic inflammation, like you all know common type of disease TB, tuberculosis. So this is chronic infection disease TB, which also causes the anemia of chronic disease. Also sometimes cancer lead to release interleukin cytokines, I already said. So cancer lead to release cytokines. It also causes the anemia, because cytokines release, which causes the interleukin production elevation, interleukin 6. So it causes the anemia of chronic disease. So release of cytokines also causes the anemia of chronic disease when abnormal amount of release of cytokines, which causes the anemia of chronic disease. What you will see in the symptoms mostly appear same in the anemia of iron deficiency anemia patient and the anemia of chronic disease, like weakness, sweating, pale skin, headache, shortness of breathing, high heart rate. These all symptoms you will also see in the patient of iron deficiency anemia. This is the symptoms of the anemia of chronic disease. What is the investigation? Mostly you will see in the investigation of the patient. You will see mostly, first of all, you will take the peripheral smear. When you will take the peripheral smear, then you will see the level of serum ferritin. Serum ferritin level increases or normal in the patient of anemia of the chronic disease. These are increases or normal, which in previous video I discussed about the iron deficiency anemia. Then there I discussed about the this low level of the serum ferritin in the iron deficiency anemia. But in the anemia of the chronic disease, you will see the ferritin level increases or the normal. Also percentage saturation, transferrin saturation decreases in the patient. Also TIBC, total iron binding capacity, also decreases in the patient of the anemia of the chronic diseases. So this is the most important here. This is the most important in the anemia of chronic disease patient. Ferritin level increases or normal in the patient of anemia of chronic disease, but in the patient of iron deficiency anemia you will see the low level of the ferritin. So please learn this is very important. And also you will see the level of hepcidin level increases. Hepcidin level increases in the patient of the anemia of chronic disease, but low or normal in the patient of the iron deficiency anemia. So please learn these 2 points. When you will see the question, then you will see these 2 points very important. When you will see serum ferritin level increases or normal, then it is a confirmed anemia of chronic disease, not iron deficiency anemia, because in the iron deficiency anemia it decreases, and hepcidin level also increases in the AOCD, not in case of the iron deficiency anemia. So here is the, you will see the investigation of the patient. Here you will see the level of the ferritin. Here level of ferritin, you will see the iron deficiency anemia low level of ferritin, but in case of anemia of the chronic disease increase or normal level of the ferritin. And also serum hepcidin level low in the patient of the iron deficiency anemia, but high in case of the anemia of the chronic disease. So this is the investigation of the anemia of the chronic disease. What is that? And also when the severe condition occur, then also blood transfusion occur in case of the anemia of the chronic disease patient, when it required also blood, because level of hemoglobin and RBC also decreases in the patient. So we will provide the blood transfusion also occur. What is the treatment? We will provide the iron supplement and the change diet. When person took the diet which has no iron in this food, then change the diet of the patient. Also provide the iron supplement tablet. Also methotrexate and tocilizumab drugs we will provide for the in case of the anemia of the chronic disease. When it is very severe cases, then we will also give the chemotherapy or radiotherapy to the patient of the anemia of chronic disease. So this is the treatment of the anemia of chronic disease. Thank you so much. If you have any doubt, then you can ask in the comment sections of this video. Thank you so much.